Karolina Wojtas and I am from Poland. Today I want to tell you a little bit about my recent book, which is titled Abzgram. This book actually is about education system in Poland. And as you can see, this book is a little bit weird. It doesn't have a normal shape. It's actually cut in the wrong way. It's not straight. It not fit in the shelf in a correct way. Which is actually idea about the whole book.
Hi, my name is Kuba. I'm gonna tell you about my sister's book, Abzgram. This name doesn't make sense. As always, her stuff is random, stupid, you know. And this book represents our Polish schools. You know, schools are stupid and stuff, and you can see in this book how school doesn't make sense and stuff, and my sister shows it in this book, and you can buy this book, read it, you can even learn it. The whole book, yeah.
Okay, now I will talk a little bit, I will try talk a little bit more sense. Thank you, Kuba, thank you. Okay, so let's come back. This book have a very weird shape, as you can see. It's not straight. This is actually idea to transfer a little bit what is the project about into whole book as an object. As you can see, it's not cut in a correct way, and I wanted to show that the book cannot fit in a shelf, as I wanted to show that the school system is trying to force and put kids inside to the boxes, and when you stick out from the box, you are weird, it's not nice to survive at a school. And actually I started this project kind of when I was in high school. I was super bored. I always didn't understand what is going on at school. I always want to be a good student, make my parents proud, so I always trying to achieve a good marks and study hard. But something was wrong and I didn't know what was wrong. I was photographing my friends, teachers, school, corridors, everything. So my previous and starting point of this project was actually about everything and nothing, and was. So I give up and come back. So I gave up this project and left it for a little bit, and few years later actually I come back to the idea of the project about the school and education, because Polish government have a wonderful idea to change education system in 1 year. Actually it happened every time when you have a new government have a new idea, because this is the easiest thing how to change the society. You start from the kids. So in 1 year they decided to cancel all gymnasium, because previous we have 3 steps of the education system. It was a primary school, gymnasium and high school. And in 1 year they decided to come back to the different idea which was used 20 years ago, that we have 8 years of the primary school and 5 years of high school. So they created a huge mess. A lot of kids were striking, teachers, it was a mess. I always actually had a problem with the school. I didn't know what was wrong, but I always want to be a good student, make my parents proud, and achieve good marks, trying to be the best. So I thought that teachers are kind of gods or something. They are always telling right things, and you need to listen them. So this book looked a little bit like a student's book. It had a typical layout of the Polish student's book. Actually, the cover is a kind of cover from the book of the math, but I just cut those parts from the colorful papers. And I actually started this project kind of when I was in high school. I was super bored and I didn't know how to survive this wonderful education system. So I thought the best idea will be to just take photographs of my friends, teachers, everything, building weird objects. But that time I was photographing everything, and this project was about everything and nothing, so I just give up and try to forget about this. But few years later, our wonderful government. Actually, it happened every time when we have a new government, that I have a new idea how to change the school, because actually this is the easiest part. If you want to change your society, the easiest is when you start from the kids. So every time they have a new idea, but this time was like super weird, because in 1 year they decided to change everything. Because previous we have a 3-step of the education system. It was a primary school, gymnasium and high school. And then they decided to come back the idea of the school system from 20 years ago, when it was like a primary school of 8 years and then 5 years of high school. So they created a really huge mess, and a lot of teachers were striking, kids, and like the schools were closed. So I had the idea, maybe there's a nice to come back to the school and a little bit think about it, how the school look, how the system look. And later I also started to reading books, and there was something about the hidden curriculum, which means how the school and how the system works, like why the school look like this, what is about the placement of the teacher in the classroom. So it was like nice thing to think a little bit. Okay, jeszcze raz. And to come back to this book, as I said, I come back to the idea of the schools, and I wanted to rephotograph everything. So you go cut it. As I said, I started this project when I was in high school, and this is actually the image which I created when I was high school. And that time I was photographing everything and nothing, and I don't know what I was doing. So, okay, next step. So when I come back to this project, I was doing a kind of stage photography with some kind of weird invention for teacher, kids, parents, and everyone. And for example, in this photo, there is a like invention how to solve a problem with the kids who was like left-handed. So you can just use a tape and the problem solved. And in this image, there is a cage of my brother's head, and this is supposed to be like inside a chicken who will eat the lice and help the problem. And later I thought that maybe it's nice to just visit those schools and find some of like ridiculous at the schools. So I started to visiting those schools and taking the photos of just random weird objects at schools. So this book started very simple, easy. You can find a lot of images with the circle, and then those circles will like fall apart and fall down. Idea to change the whole education system in Poland in 1 year, because before we had a 3-step of the school in Poland. It was a primary school, gymnasium and high school. And in 1 year they decided to close gymnasium and come back to the old system of education, that we have a primary school of 8 years and then 4 or 5 years of high school or something like this. And actually this thing inspired me to come back to the school. And also I found a very weird article in my town newspaper that was a student strike, and students start striking because the government forced them to change the school, and they create a whole horrible mess. So I started revisiting schools and taking some images, and also I started to make stage photography. So I create the image with the hand, with the tape, and also with the cage on the head, which is supposed to be a kind of solutions and ideas how to help parents with or teachers. Like for example, this image. This can help to solve the problem, because sometimes kids are writing the left hand it's not good hand to write. So this is the idea how to solve this problem. So most of the ideas from those photographs are just dumb and weird and no sense. And this image, for example, it's my brother, of course. And inside this cage should be chicken who will eat lice which kids are having at school, so like chicken can help solve this problem. So this book and like whole project, it's actually focused on weird ideas and a little bit no sense, and actually like the book starts very easy, and like there's like the white background and colorful stripes, which is like totally typical layout for the schools at school book at school in Poland. So it starts easy and then it's going to be more and more crazy. And in a book you can find a lot of images with the circle, and in the beginning the circle is like nice and correct, and actually when the book is finishing the circle is falling apart. Yeah. And yeah, in a book also there's a lot of weird backgrounds, and maybe this is nice because like those backgrounds, this is actually the teacher's book which are not longer used at school in Poland, and this is kind of nice history that I really like, those hand-driven things and the marks, and there's like a difference of those. And this book was published by CO Berlin and Spectre Books, because I won the CO Berlin Talent Award. And this award also have like two parts, and one part it's for the photographer and second it's for a theorist. So in this book you can find the wonderful text of Matthias Gründig, which is titled Play and Punish, which is about my work. Like it's also about the Abzgram project, but also the different things. And I really like, and I really tried first to have this red hand-driven footnotes, to make it like someone wrote the text and maybe the teacher making marks. And I think it's really fit into this project and into this book, so you can also read very nice things. And this is more thing with the teacher's book. And the very important thing in the book, there are stickers, and those pages on the beginning, there are stickers, so you can use them and find the mistakes in the book and place them in a place where you like, for example here. And yeah, and those pages with the images of the kids singing, and this is actually the video. So it was a little bit tricky how to show the video in a book. So we are trying to do it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It depends. So this project is actually a mix of the stage photography and documentary, and I really like that viewer cannot know, people that they don't know what is like real, what is a stage. For example, this image, a lot of people are thinking that this is stage for sure, but this was real. And this was the idea how to protect a classroom from the kids, because this is supposed to be a safe space where kids can play and paint and do whatever. So they cover the whole space in the cardboard to don't destroy, which is like looked ridiculous. And this is more images with the circle and classroom. And this is another video. So this book is a little bit weird and very experimental. And I was trying to, and this is like more with the school books, to show the hidden curriculum, which doesn't mean that this is how the school look, how the system look, and like ending of the book, it's like focus on bullying and torturing a little bit at school. And later you can also find the documentation from the different exhibition of this project. This is something from Warsaw. This is actually from my own museum at my grandmother's house. Yeah, this one, and actually in this book we don't have a exhibition view from the award which I got in this book, which that exhibition was, I think, the best one because I could do everything what I want, so maybe you can check it later on website. Yeah, and this is the different version of the language, and this is like ending. So it ends crazy, like a student's book with the hand drawing, and like the beginning with the official entrance, and the nice beginning of this book. So I really, if you wanna to get this book, you can get it and look carefully on it. Yeah, this is maybe not normal book at all, but you can check it and see how it looks. Bye!